Hello, guys and gals, and welcome to another episode of Unique Items. Today we're going to be looking at a shard of a wand, the Carin shard. The Carin shard is a Necromancer wand, which is very specifically pointed at a summon Necromancer. It's hard to look at this wand and be, that's good for this character, or that's good for that character. No, it's a summon Necromancer wand, and as we go over it, I think you'll understand why. So right off the bat, we have 8 to 24 damage, because this is, of course, a Nightmare level wand, but it has no enhanced damage on it, which makes it a very poor choice for any kind of upgrade ability. We also have a strength requirement of 25 on this, so as we get into the Nightmare wands, you'll notice that they actually do have some very mediocre strength requirements on them, which honestly are hardly even worth talking about. This is a higher level wand. Ume's Lament was level 28, and this one is level 35. So this one is more into Nightmare difficulty, and 35 is like just about barely into Nightmare difficulty. You're pretty much in Act 1, maybe doing your Den of Evil quest. And it has some very nice effects. So right off the bat, you'll notice it has +2 to summoning skills. +2 to summoning skills is amazing. All right, +2 to summoning skills is like the bee's knees for a summoned Necromancer. You could obviously have +3 on a blue wand, but +2 is absolutely great. Then on top of that, it also has +1 to all Necromancer skills. So we do have, in fact, +3 summoning on this wand. So +3 summoning for a summoned Necromancer. Then we have 10% faster cast, which is definitely nice to have. It's not something specifically that summoned Necromancers are looking for, but it definitely is not something that you're going to turn down. If somebody was like, hey, you want me to throw 10% faster cast on that wand? You wouldn't be like, nah, fam, I hate faster cast. No, you would just say, okay, sure, why not? 30% faster hit recovery on here is also amazing because it will help you in those rare situations that you end up getting beat down. So you definitely don't want to ever get stuck in a faster hit recovery loop, especially on a Necromancer that is more likely to die in those scenarios. And then on top of that, it also gives us increased life, which, if you didn't know, also helps prevent faster hit recovery stuns because they are specifically revolving around the percentage of life that got removed from your bar. So, for instance, I have 604 life on this Necromancer right now. If a monster hits me for 300 life, or 302, that would be exactly 50% of my HP. That is considered like a massive critical hit, right? So faster hit recovery is more likely to have an effect on something that takes away a larger percentage of my life. The more life I have, the less that hit will be a large percentage of my life. So increasing your total life decreases the percent chance that faster hit recovery stuns will occur. And then 30% faster hit recovery will also very nicely decrease the amount of time it takes for you to recover from that faster hit recovery stun when it does occur. So both very, very nice. We also have Replenish Life 5, which is going to help keep our life topped up. Definitely very nice to have on a character who's more of a backline character, because any hits that you do potentially take can just regenerate away. You don't have to spam potions on everything. The Replenish Life will also counter the poison effects a little bit. Not entirely, but a little bit. We also have 118 mana on this item. Now, granted, both the mana and the life are based on character level. So I forgot to say this. They are 1.25 per character level up to level 99, which tops out at 123. So obviously, when you put this on, it's at level 35, it's going to be less than it would be for a level 95 Necromancer. We also have other things to consider here. The additional mana on the wand is definitely very, very sexy to help out with your regeneration. This could definitely be a wand that you could use on a mixed character as well. So if, say, you were a Bone Spear Necromancer who also was subbing into summoning, it could be a very interesting option for you because it does provide you with faster cast, extra mana, and +1 to skills, while also giving you +3 to your summons to beef them up a little bit and make them, a little more tanky. It's certainly a very interesting wand. It's not potentially as good as Arm of King Leoric, specifically for a Skellymancer, but it does have more bonuses for a Summonmancer than the Arm of King Leoric does. So what it comes down to is that if you were specifically a Skellymancer, which is a Necromancer who only uses the skeletons, Arm of King Leoric is better. However, Carin Shard is better if you are like an all-around summoning character. Like if you have points into revives, points into mages, points into your golem, you know, points into your skeletons. Maybe you're running like everything on the tree. Maybe you put a bunch of points into golem mastery. You know, whatever it may be. If you're more of a general summon-mancer, Carin Shard seems to be the better choice. Whereas if you're specifically a Skelly-mancer, Arm of King Lyric is definitely the superior choice. They definitely do compare to Arm of King Leoric and this wand. As far as the plus to skills, the increased mana, and Arm of King Lyric actually does not have the bonus to life. So it's interesting to consider that as well. Of course, you can find this in its ethereal form, and in its ethereal form, it's absolutely fine. You're still going to utilize it just the same as you always would. Just don't beat anything with it, and you'll be fine. No need to put a Zod rune in your Carin Shard. Let's take a look on Silo's Pen real quick, and we'll have a look and see where we could potentially find this item if we wanted to get our hands on it, right? So, bink, bang. So the Carin Shard is a level 35 item, so let's assume 150% Magic Find. Let's go to Bosses. Sort by probability, ignore quest flags, and it looks like our best probability is Andariel and Nightmare at 1 in 2,039. Mephisto and Nightmare second up at 1 in 2,139. But because this is a level 35 item and you probably would like to have it on level, I would recommend doing Andariel, not Mephisto, just simply because she's easier to get to for a lower level character. Let's take a look at super uniques. And we got Nightmare Cow King, which is not really a good choice because, of course, you can't really get to him until you beat Nightmare difficulty. Not seeing a lot of good options here. Bone Ash in the Cathedral, that's a halfway decent choice. So 1 in 23,176, that's a terrible drop rate. Let's up this to about 400%. Let's see if that drop rate changes. Anything for the better. 1 in 17,000. So pretty terrible drop chance on Bone Ash. I mean, you could potentially farm him much faster than you could Nightmare Andariel, just simply because Nightmare Andariel is hard to get to, and unless you're in solo, you know, like single player with a static map or you're map hacking, you really can't farm Andariel like super fast. Bone Ash, on the other hand, is always by the waypoint, and I mean, you basically just go in the waypoint, walk through the cathedral door, and he's always sitting right there by the altar. Right by the altar. He's always by the altar. So you could kill him potentially 10 times faster, I think, than Andariel, in my opinion. Like, if you wanted to just, you know, like, make a game, kill Bone Ash, leave. Make a game, kill Bone Ash, leave. Make a game, kill Bone Ash, leave. You could probably kill Bone Ash 10 times faster than Andariel, if not even more faster than Andariel. So you could potentially get far more chances at a wand from Bone Ash than you ever would from Andariel and Nightmare. However, Andariel and Nightmare does have some pretty nice drops and could potentially drop you a Soge, which could be very nice on your low-level Necromancer. Finding a Soge early on, which, although rare, would definitely be a very, very sexy thing to do on a low-level Necromancer. If I found a Soge, like on a solo self-found play or something like that, I would be super excited on my low-level Necromancer. Plus the skills is king on skill-based characters, and there is no greater skill-based character than the Summon Necromancer. Anyway, as always, I do appreciate you guys and gals watching my videos, even when we are talking about the Carin Shard Petrified Wand. And as always, keep watching.